Good morning, campers. It is day 67
Yes.
on the Florida Trail.
Yes. Hi, Mom.
We just left the town of Ebro 2 miles ago. And it is 8:30 a.m. We had about 0.7 miles out of town to get back to the trail, which was, and then about another mile or so. Both of those were highway walking along 20, our favorite road. And if you don't know that I'm being facetious, you should have picked that up by now from the last 66 days of videos. Yeah, so we have 16, well, probably including the extra to get out of town, about 17 and a half miles to do today to get to camp. We may very well be on trail for the most of the next 4 days. So this is really exciting. Hopefully that's true. We should be. I think we're going to be on trail for the rest of today at least. Cooled down, or is much cooler today. What was it yesterday? It was probably upper 70s, maybe near 80. Today it's supposed to be like 73. So a gorgeous day for hiking. Great day to enjoy being in the trees in this nice cooler temperature on trail. So looking forward to a good day. We are only 9 days of hiking, including today, remaining to this trail. We'll have 10 in there in the town of Crestview to resupply in a couple of days. But yeah,
Which is good because things are beginning to fall apart.
yes, they are. Yes, starting to have some gear failures. Not when things falling apart doesn't mean our bodies. Yeah, this morning when I had a strap come loose on my pack, which in putting that back on, that led me to look farther down my pack and see that I have a seam splitting. Whoops, water. So that's a pretty big issue. Gonna have to get that fixed before we head out to the PCT in a couple of months. And let's see, Java's air mattress is leaking every night, so that's another failure. Have to get another one. Yeah, shoes are getting a little flat. We've been wearing these since the 88 store, way back, whatever mile marker that was. So they're holding up physically, but they're just flattening out. They're just losing their cushion. So, you know, stuff like that. Things happen. Tent's got a couple new little holes in it here and there. So anyway, that's what happens when you put your gear through a lot of miles. All right, that's enough for now. I think we'll catch up with you shortly, show you some good stuff hopefully as we move along trail today. Hope you're having a great day. Catch up soon. Crossing Cypress Creek. This is apparently a nice boardwalk. I mean, it is a nice boardwalk, but it actually talked about it on that sign when we were back there at the beginning, when we finished the road. Look at all the cypress through here. I think it's probably a lengthy boardwalk. As you can imagine, we don't want to have to hike through that. So this is great. Florida Trail really provides a lot of these. Of course, you know, they can't do this on the entire trail. In some places there's some when you could use one and there isn't, but that's usually just because of a major rain event or something. That was really nice. Thanks, FTA. We just took a break back there and was reading a little bit about this section in our Far Out app. Apparently we are in a Nagase plantation, I think it's called. Nagase is a private conservation effort that takes former pine plantations, I guess, like logging plantations, and sod farms, and turns them back into longleaf pine forests and natural areas like this, like it once was, before those efforts started, and it just provides habitat for wildlife, things like that. So really nice. I mean, you can see how natural it is now compared to what it would look like if this was a logging area. And I guess one of the other big things that Nagase does is gopher tortoise relocation and perhaps rehabilitation. I'm not really sure, but I guess they take gopher tortoises from other areas where they might be endangered, and will relocate them here. It sounds like they probably have other natural spaces as well, plantations like this. So something really cool that we're walking through. Apparently we entered it back when we got off the highway. "900 miles. Woo! This section we've been going through because it's been, I guess it's from the logging and the replanting of all these pine trees. Every row of trees is planted on this little bit of a hill, and then there's a divot in between. So they're not close enough together to step across. So you're just up and down and up and down. It's a little comical, and it's a little hard on the back. Little black racer.
Or a black snake. Could be a racer. Either way, he's I almost stepped on him.
Yeah, not moving.
You got him?
So based on the description in Far Out, it appears as though this used to be a sod farm, and this was one of their irrigation systems right here. The trail now goes underneath it. I guess that's the pivot point right there. And yeah, would water everything around here. I don't think we're getting any water from it today, but that's okay. Trail goes right under it. Look at it. It even has blazes on it. So all this, one big sod farm. You can see this is what we were saying earlier. The Nagase is, replanting it with longleaf pine. Very cool. Home sweet home for the night. Forgotten Creek campsite. Let's go check it out. Should have some benches. Benches without backs this time. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty much the same as the others. Looks like there's some spots here for several tents. This is a nice spot. And there should be some water nearby. Nice. Hopefully there's no pygmy rattlesnakes in this palmetto stand. All right, here we are with the wrap up for day 67. and we'll do a little bit of 66 since we didn't do that last night. So, yeah, yesterday we camped next to Highway 20.
Very glamorous.
That was
actually, it was a nice spot.
It really was. The campsite itself was pretty
Yes.
nice. Just tucked away in a little line of trees along the highway, right next to the power lines, and it wasn't bad. Highway noise.
Yeah, but still, it wasn't hateful.
And it quieted down for the most part overnight until I would say probably about 4:30, 5 o'clock. Yeah, then it started to kick back in again. So,
trucks.
Yep. But otherwise, yeah, it really wasn't too bad. Just if you're going to stay there, poison ivy. Just watch that.
We're late in the season as well, so poison ivy probably anyway.
Yes. Yeah. If you're early enough, it probably isn't as bad. But there's quite a bit of it around there. So we walked out 4 miles on the highway, and then we were on trail the rest of the day until the very end. I think we had about a mile, maybe 2 miles of road walk, and part of that was
just getting into
part of it was just dirt road and like off the roads, and then the last was just Highway 20. Yeah, getting back into Ebro itself. So we stayed at the Ebro Motel. It's the only game in town as far as we know. And it was fine. It was a motel. It was clean. And the owners seemed to be nice. Unfortunately, there's no laundry there, which is partly why we don't do wrap-ups, is because, especially on a Nero, we're very busy. But we hand-washed clothes, had to figure out how to dry them overnight, hanging a line in the room, that kind of stuff. So had to resupply and had to eat and all that stuff. So, it was a busy night. Back out again this morning.
Yes.
So we had to walk about 2 miles.
I want to say about 2 miles.
Yeah,
to get back on trail.
To get back.
And to actual trail.
Trail, yeah.
Yes, all day.
All day. Yeah, it's been great.
Yeah.
We did have some dirt roads, some service roads, but even those were pretty brief.
Yeah.
I think. Most of it was actual trail.
Yes.
It was a really nice day, actually. This section was very pretty.
It is, yeah.
And
it's in a floodplain as well. It's very dry, so we didn't have any. I thought for sure we would have wet feet at some point, and I think I did early on, but it wasn't problematic.
Yeah,
we were able to kind of avoid anything.
I think I got a little like dampness coming through the sides of my shoes once or twice early on, but that was it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it was dry. So we did 16, well, in total about 17 and a half, 16.7 or something of trail. And we are at the Forgotten Creek campsite. See, yeah, ironic, isn't it? So, anyway. The trail was beautiful. You saw that. Different environments, different things. We walked through the parts where it had been a sod farm and it was been replanted. This whole section is the Nagase. Yes. I think, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, so it's great. We were just saying right here, we feel like we're on the AT. It's different, lots of pines, but the little creek, that Forgotten Creek right here is really nice. Maybe I'll take a quick shot of that. It's right nearby. So, but otherwise, it was a really nice hiking day, a couple of deer.
Yes.
Right. That was
black snake.
And we were hoping to maybe see some gopher tortoise, because this is a relocation habitat for them, part of the Nagase thing. So
I was looking.
Yeah, didn't see any, unfortunately. So, and really, if you hear, it's other than us, it's quiet here.
It's very quiet.
Yeah. So there are reports of some owls and stuff.
I thought for sure we would see someone today, a day hiker or something, and
I thought so too.
Nobody.
Yeah.
And it's turkey season as well, and we didn't even see.
That's true. It is turkey season. Yep.
Anyway.
So, tomorrow.
It's turkey season in Florida.
It seems like it. Yeah. Seems like it. Tomorrow we enter the Eglin Air Force Base section. I don't know how many miles it is till we get there, but it's not many. Maybe less than 10, something like that.
Right. Yeah. Till we're at the end of the map.
Right. And then we get into there. So tomorrow we have a 18 and a half, something like that, mile day. When you're in that section, you have to camp at designated campsites. So that's what we'll be doing. Permits are good for 7 days, and with one 0 in there next week, that's exactly what it's going to take us, 7 days to get through. So, so that's what we're doing. We have 9 days left, eight hiking days.
Okay.
Yep, that's what we're doing. So, all right, I think that's it for day 67, and we will catch you tomorrow. Anything else? No. All right, catch you tomorrow. Night. Okay, Forgotten Creek campsite. I did show it a little bit briefly when we first got here, but this is us for the night. Plenty of space kind of back there. You can, and more so for singles and maybe doubles. Having a triple is a little bit more difficult sometimes, but we've got 3 benches, we've got a fire ring. Of course, we got our hiker trash laundry hanging up to air out. There's more spaces over there for camping, and the trail is right back this way. So we just decided that I will show you the water as we walk past tomorrow morning. It's less than 1/10 of a mile away, but it's a very nice little creek, Forgotten Creek. All right, hope you're well. Have a good night.